Good morning, year 5. This is week beginning of 17th of May, and today we will look into scientific investigation. So, our learning objective is to recognize and control variables wherever necessary. You'll be reading the observation table, and you'll be recognizing and making predictions. So, let's start. And the VA that we will be using today is critical thinking, a critical and logical thinking, because you are going to identify the variables, you're going to predict what will happen in the investigation, and the VAA would be more empathetic because you will be more confident in reading the investigation and doing in identifying variables. So the investigation is keeping cool investigation. A group of children wanted to design a container to keep the jacket potato warm. They need to test which materials would be the best insulator. They decided to wrap the warm jacket potatoes in different materials to see which kept the potato warmest for the longest time. So they want to investigate, they want to make a container that will keep the potato warm for the longest time. So they are going to investigate which one is the best thermal insulator. So this is the investigation that they are going to do. Now, what variable do you think which variable do you think they should keep the same? So here you have to identify the control variables. Okay, which variables they should keep the same. Now they are going to investigate which material should they make their container from so that it keeps the potato warm for the longest time. So what are the things that they should keep the same? What are the things that they will keep the same means the control variable. And you know why they should keep it same? To make it a fair test. Okay, so you are going to do this lesson on Nearpod. If you are on Teams, we will do it together. If you are not on Teams, I have shared the link of Nearpod lesson, the code. So even if you are not on Teams, you can do it from home anytime you want. Next is which variable will we change means they are going to investigate which material will keep it warmest for the longest time. So what is their independent variable? What do you think will be the independent variable? They are going to keep different materials. They are going to try different materials and see which one will keep the long hot which one will keep it hot the longest. So what is their independent variable? You need to write here. Then our next question is, what safety issues would the children need to consider? Like when you're doing an investigation, you have to be careful, like wear your gloves, or it's hot, so maybe they should not get burned. So think of all the safety materials, all the safety issues that they should consider before they start the investigation. Like make sure that you have gloves, or there will be many more, so you can write that here. The next is which why did they decide? Now here is the table of their observation. Why did the group decide to test a potato with nothing wrapped around it? Now in the table, if you open the table, you will see that they have used ones, they didn't wrap anything. This one here, the table is here, potato wrapped in nothing. So why do you think one of it they wrapped in a tin foil, one they wrapped in a newspaper, and the other they wrapped in cotton wool, but one potato they didn't wrap in anything? So why do you think? This question says, why do you think they left one potato unwrapped? Yeah, so you have to think of why they are changing. Why? So maybe because they want to compare. Like if you don't wrap the potato with anything and then you wrap it with different thing, so it will give you a better, you will know a better result. Like, okay, this was not wrapped, so how did it cool faster? The one which was wrapped in the tin foil cooled faster, or in the newspaper. So in order to compare it, they must have kept one potato unwrapped. So this is the table here. Starting temperature, the potato is really hot. 100 degrees is the starting temperature. Then temperature after 20 minutes, you see one with wrapped with nothing was 85, with a tin foil it was 91, newspaper 92, cotton wool 96. Same with temperature after 40 minutes. You can see how it is going. Okay, so now the last column here is left blank. There is no title here. So what do you think should be the title? Look at the pattern here. Starting, then 20 minutes, after 40 minutes. So what should be here? Okay, think of that title. Your next question is what should be the title of the last column B? You need to write that one here, the title for the last column. Then we go to the next question. It is which results look like an anomaly. Anomaly is when you look at the pattern, which on the table, which one doesn't look like, looks like has some mistake somewhere. Okay, so if you are identifying like, okay, this was going like there's a pattern in it, and then suddenly a pattern has changed. Suddenly a number you think could be a wrong measurement, or could be a wrong prediction, a wrong like could be mentioned in a wrong way or something. So anomaly is when it deviates from the normal pattern, when it's not following a pattern. That's an anomaly. So you have to look at the result and you have to see which is deviating, which is not following the pattern in the table. That is an anomaly. So you need to write that number here. Okay, our next question is what will be your prediction for the for the potato wrapped in cotton wool after 80 minutes? Now they did 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes. So what do you think will be the temperature of the potato that was wrapped in cotton wool after 80 minutes? That's your prediction here. So you have to predict what temperature you think it would be. Okay, next we come to which materials would you use to wrap the jacket potato? Why? Now, looking at their observation table, what do you think? Which material would you prefer? Would you wrap the jacket potato? Would you wrap it in tin foil or newspaper or a cotton wool? You have to give your answer and why you think you should wrap it in the in that material. Then the last thing is what ACPs and VAs have we used in our lesson today? So that's the lesson for today. So if you are doing it on Nearpod, you're not writing anything in the copybook, the link is and the code is shared with you on the PowerPoint as well. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.